eventually eclipsed her predominance as the whole of her gender.
What are you doing?
And the sex.
You don't have to.
I learned things, Watson. Me. Hasn't happened before.
What is it?
I think Wallace Walk might have been right about being followed. Have a look at that.
There's an old shipping label.
Let's see if I get him coming back now.
Look at the return
Here he
address.
comes.
Postal Unlimited.
No.
2249 Lexington Avenue.
All the major cellular companies ship from distribution warehouses upstate.
And how does that equal him being followed?
Because the simplest way to follow someone in this day and age is to track them via their cell phone. It's a relatively simple undertaking if you have the device's electronic identification.
Which you would have if you'd supplied the replacement cell. So, who sent Rourke his new phone?
Mass market prissy of his insights into security and risk management. It is a window into what drew him to the field in the first place. Look at page 13. February 1991, Westport, Connecticut. Sutter was 23. His older sister Leah was brutally murdered during what the police believe was a home invasion robbery. Sutter was staying with her at the time.
Got home just as the perpetrator fled the house.
More than that, he came face to face with a man. He gave the police full description, enough for them to generate detailed.
I got you now, you little rat. Yeah.
So you think Wallace Rourke is the one who killed Sutter's sister 22 years ago?
The police never caught the culprit.
What'd you do?
Sutter was tormented at his failure to protect her and law enforcement's failure.
What'd you do?
The killer became his raison d'etre. He dropped out of business school. He began to study law enforcement, security, and Kyokushinkai karate, which utilizes mastoid strikes.
Just like the blow he used to stun Wallace Rourke before he was stabbed to death. Now, all we really know is that Wallace Rourke has a passing resemblance to an old police sketch. Did he have a criminal history?
According to his army record, he enlisted under a waiver, which means a judge gave him the choice between prison or the army. His conviction was for breaking good, which I believe is half an hour's drive from where Leah was killed.
So it is possible that over 20 years ago, Wallace Rourke killed Sutter's sister, and that Rourke's recent death was a result of Sutter tracking him down and killing him in retribution. Why does Moriarty care about any of this?
I would venture he wants us to bring down Sutter. Sutter's security firm, as you yourself pointed out, is one of the best in the country. With Sutter removed, it would in theory make his clients more vulnerable. Moriarty may have one of them in his crosshairs.
Which means our work on this case could cost someone their life.
He's going that way under your chair.
It would mean we save that person and anyone else Moriarty intends to victimize in the future.
Okay, let's say you're right.
You put in this, right?
That would mean he already knew that Sutter killed Wallace Rourke.
Which is why I've arranged to speak with Sutter first thing in the morning in private.
In private?
It's going to be a very delicate conversation. Mr. Sutter, thank you for meeting me. Stand up, please. Hey. Can you tell me what you're doing there? It's a bug sweeper. I'm checking for listening devices. Okay. That's all right. Okay.
What are you, a lunatic?
Well, you've heard what I have to say. You'll want to be quite sure we're not being recorded. Excellent. Good. Now then, I'm curious. How do you feel since you killed Wallace Rourke? Okay, we're done. No, listen. Consider it an inquiry from one scarred man to another, or rather from one man to one whose wounds have finally begun to heal. I can tell a change from the pictures in your office. Since December, you've lost 15 pounds. You've got rid of the bags under your eyes. Both signs of lifting depression. Avenging your sister's death has freed you.
I told you, we surveilled Rourke for a couple of days. That's it.
You're a terrible liar.
Actually, I'm an excellent liar.
No, better than most, an excellent at doing things. I know
So bad.
I mean, if you had...
Call him, see if he climb up on your chair.
Pinot, come here, Pinot. Come here, Pinot. Come here.
We can find some way.
Pinot. Pinot.
Moriarty.
Hey.
Does that name mean anything to you?
Should it?
Yes, it should. He pointed me in your direction.
So,
I think he wishes to profit from your incarceration. I'm just not sure how.
I've never heard that name before in my life.
Just jumped up and scratched me.
See if I can discern the link between him and one of them.
You know, I trust you with my business based on some crazy story about a mystery man plotting my demise.
Some proof then.
Good thing he's got brakes, otherwise he would have just went right off.
Wouldn't be surprised if you learned of your transgression.
You.
Device in your office.
Impossible. We sweep both regularly.
Regularly. So if one knew the schedule, then one could remove and replace bugs as needed. So sweep them today. See what you find, and then contact me when we talk about your clients.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
What are you talking about?
Well, your friend in Boca, the one whose daughter needs a companion, I just feel like you're pushing me to take that offer. Are you unhappy with my work?
No, of course not. I appreciate the work you've done with Holmes, and you're turning into a pretty damn good investigator in your own right.
But?
Have a seat. There's something you gotta try to understand. Guys like him, they walk between the raindrops. They don't get wet. People like you do. People like his ex-girlfriend do.
So you're concerned about my safety?
In case you haven't noticed, a lot of bodies been dropping around our boy of late.
You're in the danger zone also.
I've been a cop for 30 years. I carry a gun.
And a penis.
You think this is about you being a woman?
I just don't understand why you are concerned about my safety specifically.
No one, and I mean no one, is closer to this guy than you are. You live in this house, for crying out loud.
He needs me right now.
That guy is always gonna need someone.
Responsible for reviewing the 3 finalists.
And how did you know he was the man who killed your sister?
I recognized him immediately. It's been 22 years since Leia was murdered, and I still remember everything about that night. Especially him.